H-Tech, huh? Oh, From Software, the people who made, like, Dark Souls and stuff. So this must be good. Maybe not. Anyway, I am playing Evergrace. This was actually a launch title for the PlayStation 2, and unfortunately it does hold the distinction of being the first game that I got for the PlayStation 2. For, you know, reasons. Anyway, let's screw around with this opening cinematic. It was deceptively attractive back during the time that this game was released. 2000, wow. Well, I mean, I didn't get it until, I guess, 2001, because the PlayStation 2 didn't launch in North America until that point. New game. Now, we could pick Charlene or Darius. I can't remember which one was better. Crap. Analog off. Because that's stupid.
Edinburgh.
What?
A continent that's home to a few people with strange marks called crests. Cursed mark. When I was young, my parents were killed. That was a tragedy caused by this cursed crest of mine. I swore revenge, and in my rage I swung my sword. I wanted to hide the crest forever with the blood that stained my hands. Burn it away with the flames of anger and hatred. Finally, I found the enemy. I entered the Biliana forest, and suddenly, a huge tree appeared. This was only the beginning.
We gonna start then? Oh, loading screen. Nice.
Are you okay?
Oh my god, it's terrible.
I thought you were dead. Did you have an accident? Why were you lying on the ground like that?
What? Who are you? Some kind of strange bird?
No, I'm human, just like you. My name is Chrysalis.
You're human? You wouldn't be just some weird bird that can talk. So you think you're human?
Believe me, I don't wish to look like this. I was transformed against my will by a demon.
Demon? You expect me to believe that?
Monsters invaded our country. You don't know? You must be from the outside, right?
Outside? Outside of what?
Outside of here. This isn't your world. It's completely different. Have you ever heard of the Rebane Empire?
What about it?
You're in Rebane right now.
I don't believe in such fairy tales.
I'm serious. Just take a look around. There are monsters everywhere.
Where am I? I just don't understand.
The Rebane Empire. It's a very troubled country now. You need to be careful.
Okay, get a chance to play the game a little bit. And, oh man, this is terrible. Now, this game was one of the, it was one of the launch titles, and it was a Japanese launch title as well as a North American launch title. So it very much suffers from the kind of problems that you'd expect a launch title for, a Japanese launch title for a console to have. In the sense that, honestly, the production values aren't all that great, and the game is sort of like the developers hadn't really had a chance to get a good handle on the hardware quite yet. But it was one of two RPGs that launched with the PlayStation 2. The other one being the Eternal Ring, which, believe it or not, was actually a worse game than this. Oh, Fountain of Life. So this game kind of like has hallmarks of being a freshman effort on a hardware by a development studio that wasn't really that well renowned at that point in history. How do I run? There we go. So I'm trying to look at this game both from the perspective of what the game was like back when it first launched, as well as kind of like a retrospective look on it from the point in time of now, and kind of like a sort of fascinating look at where video games were at the time. Now, believe it or not, looking at this game, it wasn't really that hideous of a game at the time. I mean, the environments weren't really all that attractive. I mean, this didn't look that good at the time, but the character models and stuff were considered to be quite detailed, and all that kind of stuff. But really, it's the game design where this game sort of falls apart. Now, looking around in this environment that we're starting out with, I could see they made some pretty special efforts in this one area to try and wow audiences, but really sort of neglected to work really hard at the rest of the game. Like, strangely enough, looking around... What?
Look at this. Can you tell what it is?
It's a fountain.
It appeared out
Oh,
of nowhere
never mind.
when this place was sealed off.
Sealed off? Meaning what? Can't we get out?
That's what sealed off means.
You'll see. First we have to go to Castle Roubaix. That's a good place to start.
This isn't some kind of trick, is it?
Get serious. I got a stake in this too. You don't know anything about this world, including how to get out of it. So if you're wise, you'll listen to me.
Okay, it's a deal. As long as you think you know what you're doing.
Listen up. We'll get along better. Sticking together is the only chance we've got. Okay, let's...
Blah blah blah, shut up. Looking at some of the environment details, like this fountain was actually something, and that arch going over, because having circular items was really something, like, strange as it sounds, having circular items was something that wasn't particularly common in games up until this point, because, I mean, the way polygonal geometry works, you can't really make circular items.
You took the sword. Good. I'm so relieved. So you believe me now about the monsters?
I don't know what I
God.
think, but I do know that I'm gonna need this.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Okay, we have a sword now, so we can attack things. Well, we punched stuff before, but the game is going to ramp up its difficulty, of course. So you're gonna want a weapon, and this sword is actually pretty good to start with. There are, like, you can get some magic and stuff. What was the girl's name? Charlene actually gets better magic abilities as well as ranged attacks, not just the melee weapons that Darius gets. So they have different gameplay styles. I just can't remember which one was easier. Like some of the stuff, like you go over here and there's a waterfall and you can see the castle that we need to get to off in the distance. Of course, what we're looking at right there isn't the castle that we're eventually going to get to. That's just sort of a mock-up that they placed over at the edge of the map. But like back before this game launched, when it was in development, maybe a couple of months before the launch of the PlayStation 2, I remember Next Generation magazine, a gaming magazine that was discontinued maybe around like 2005 or so. Die! Oh, I have to charge my power like in Secret of Mana. Next Generation magazine ran like a 6-page preview of this, where they basically gave it sort of like a glowing preview, talking about how this was like the next generation of gaming and how it was going to be awesome and everything was going to be cool with it. Then later on in that magazine, they made comments about, like, despite what you may have read in our preview, the game is actually turning out to be very mediocre. Not really all that great. And that was kind of disappointing. But I ended up getting the game anyway, because it was the cheapest game I can get a hold of at the time when I got my PlayStation 2. And I mean, I played the game quite a bit because it was the only game I had. Plus, I didn't even have a memory card. PlayStation 2 didn't come with a memory card. So it really, I just could play through the beginning of the game up to the point where I died. Shadows and stuff. And falling leaves and stuff. They put little details here and there to try and make it seem, what is that, anyway? Whatever. Put little details here and there to try to make the game seem like a little bit better. I would say that they maybe put their efforts into the wrong places. Shit. Ow. Sack of shit. We'll be okay. It is an RPG, so you do gain levels as you level up and all. Hey, guy.
Hey, you! What do you want? Go away. You bother me. We're all going to die. You, me, everybody. You only have a little time left.
Then I need to know this right away. Can I get to Castle Rubain from that cage?
I never thought of that. That's an interesting question.
What?
And if you can, you're not thinking of going to the castle, are you?
Yes. I must go.
That's not funny. Don't throw away the little time you have left. Get out of here and hide somewhere safe.
Why are you barefoot? Open the damn gate. You suck. What was I supposed to do here?
Have you seen an old... I used to see him off. I'm asking you.
Have I seen a dog? No, I have not seen a dog. Well, this is an RPG and you can't level up, so I remember back when I would play the game without a memory card. I would spend quite a bit of time just running around killing monsters, gaining money, and getting the higher level weapons at the beginning of the game. Jeez, the thing's moving through the floor. They have no, like, they didn't move vertically? Oh, it's retarded. Spend quite a bit of time leveling up in the early portions of the game. Ah, there's a dog. Doesn't look like a dog, but whatever. So I can get the better weapons and get better spells and stuff and move on to the next part of the game, and that would be, you know, see how far I can get. I would actually get like 3/4 of the way through the game before I would die. Okay, I got more, or got some weapons, or rather I have armor. And that was also something that was considered to be pretty cool about this game. When you go and... Hey, dog. Oh. When you put new weapons or armor, it actually changes the appearance of your character. Not that special nowadays, and the armor is kind of ugly. What are these rings around you for? But it was something that was kind of special at the time. And they did seem to have put some effort into trying to make the game, the world, feel alive. What the fuck?
No! What do you want? Someone, please! Help me! Human must die.
Alright. Human must die. Wow, you're that slow. Had that guy, get in trouble, you know. He moved so slow, he could have outwalked you. Oh, wow. Son of a bitch has a powerful swing to him. Oh, I do not want to die right now. That would suck. There we go. I know there's something that you can do to get like special powers, like a fireball or some crap. Because because I remember being able to fight this guy and just hit him with a couple of fireballs and have him die. But, you know, taking him on like this is kind of a pain in the ass, because you gotta move in and move out of the way while he swings, but not use up all your stamina, because you gotta save up your stamina for your swing. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Ah, shit. I missed. Haha, how do you like that? Come on. Yeah, they made the world feel like maybe there was something that was going on around here. But for the most part, the world is like a barren, sparsely populated environment where there aren't even that many monsters, much less people to provide a story. Palmyra Ore. Okay, I think this is the kind of crap you need to level up your character. So I'm going to run back to the save point and that health fountain so I can maybe level up my character a little bit. Also take a look at the kind of weapons that you can pick up, because I can't really remember the kind of stuff you can get. Remember, there are a couple of swords that you could get, but I wouldn't bother. And there was, and maybe you had to through the save crystal go and... What the Okay, shop. Oh, geez, it's like I'm going through a loading screen. This is terrible.
Greetings. Welcome to my shop.
What the I do not remember this thing.
Feel free to look over.
Oh, this is stupid. Come on. Weapons, it's really what I'm after. Serrated blade, majestic sword, tear blade, cleaver. I do not nearly have enough money to buy any of this crap, but, you know.
It's really beat up.
Oh, crap, I gotta spend money to repair my weapons? Okay, I would need to spend quite a bit of money that I don't have to upgrade.
Good.
So, I'm not going to be doing that. Maybe I can get the fireball, though. Oh, I can switch characters mid-game. Alright.
Rubain.
I don't remember being able to do that.
In the blink of an eye,
Oh,
the
don't-
world was conquered by the strongest
I do not want to hear the same shit over again.
Huh?
Are you awake? What a relief. Don't get up just yet.
Enough of this shit.
What's your name?
Charlene?
What, did you forget your name? Oh, God. Why are you standing like you're getting ready to run? Crazy eyes.
You're being so charming. Are you up to something?
That would be a yes.
Sienna, you haven't changed at all.
She has nothing to do with it.
I know. So what?
Run!
Oh, it's terrible.
Trandon, it's you. What's wrong, Trandon? Answer me.
It's no use. Well, you seem relatively intelligent. I think even you can figure out what this means.
Morpheus?
What?
Stop it. I'm sorry. So sorry I brought you into all this.
Sienna?
I'll never escape the curse of the crest.
Yes! The crest! Finally, it's in my hands!
Blah, blah, blah. Hurry the hell up. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We're playing as Sienna now. Apparently, I've forgotten that you could switch between the two characters at the save point if you wanted to. Hello. Slap. Oh, no, that was a kick. Oh, shit. Die. Now, the difference between the way Charlene and Darius plays... Ah, shit. I better not try doing this without a weapon. Charlene and Darius do, in fact, play differently than they do than each other. Charlene is more based around magic and ranged weapons, although she does gain access to a couple of melee weapons if you want. Although she's not particularly proficient with them, the weapons tend to be heavier, and she can't swing them particularly well. So you're going to want to stick mostly with the ranged weapons. And she has more spells, so she can attack things at a distance. Notice the monster I tried taking down with her unarmed attacks. I could have done it with Darius. I couldn't really do it with her. So son of a bitch. It's a weird baked potato head monster. We're actually not all that far away from where the game started when we were playing as Darius. That didn't hurt at all. What is that? Big ugly tree monster. Ah, no. What? What the hell is that? Freaking hell, I don't remember what to do with this here. There are like downed trees everywhere. I mean, that didn't do me any good. Oh, it's a book. Nice. Probably shouldn't have read that. Okay, the way these two characters relate to each other is that they are brother and sister. Yeah, what happened was something had gone wrong because of this mark that's on Darius's hand when he was a child. And his older sister, Charlene, disappeared. And she got taken to this Rubain place while he was still a child. Now, what ended up some weird, like, time displacement or some shit went on, and they happened there because it was years later that he eventually got transported to the same place. But from their perspective, she only arrived, or from her perspective, she only arrived here maybe like a couple of hours or something before he did. So what's happening right now, that Sienna is the same monster that we had. Human Research Lab, that sounds horrible. The monster that, or the weird bird, golden bird thing is... Oh, okay, I can move that. The weird bird thing was the same woman that we had seen here, and she was taken in by that Morpheus fellow and transformed into a creature because she has the crest or something like that. Who knows? Who really cares? I want that mushroom, but I don't want to fight that thing until I can get some Get some, hey, person.
I didn't know anybody was still alive. I thought I was the only one. This might sound weird. This is the Royal Commons.
Blah, blah, blah. Let me through.
What's wrong?
I don't care what's going on. Just let me through someplace. I want to get somewhere. Sure, Matt. Anyway, Charlene appears in this world first, and then sort of sets into motions the events that Darius will eventually encounter. So the game starts off in slightly different locations. They overlap a little bit where they end up, and for the most part, but they have different places. Like that human research lab is a place Charlene will eventually get to, but not Darius. In fact, here's where Darius started off. Hey, it's you.
What are you doing here? What do you want? I'm looking for a flower to put on this guy's corpse. If you don't get out of here...
What's a flower to put on this guy's corpse? Must have been attached to the guy if he is this guy. But whatever. The flower is over here. In fact, when you show up as Darius, you can't take the flower because he looks at it and goes, "There's only one flower left. I probably shouldn't take it," because Charlene took the other one. So even though I'm playing as Charlene second, she actually chronologically happened first in this part of the game, which I guess can be a little confusing.
Still here? A flower? I haven't... Solta? Are you... This world is sealed from the outside.
Outside?
I mean... Nope.
I don't know.
Oh, here. You look a bit like that pendant. As they say...
Got a weapon. I thought we got a weapon. I thought didn't he give us a weapon?
What's wrong? This place is dead. What are you doing?
He won't let me take the sword. Damn it, where do I get a weapon for Charlene? She doesn't have any armor, and she doesn't have any weapons. How is she supposed to fight? I don't have any of that crap to go and purchase stuff. This is terrible. Yeah, whatever. I'll jump out of this character and over to the other one. Maybe I can figure out what to do with him. But in the end, to actually beat this game, you need to play as both characters their own. You need to play as both characters from the beginning to the end of their respective journeys, and then the end of the game occurs, and you fight the two end bosses. One character fights one boss, the other character fights the other. That Morpheus guy is kind of a sub-boss of that one of your characters, I forget which, will end up fighting. And try to make it seem like that's the end boss, but really the end boss would be that Trandon fellow, little kid with wings.
I'm still alive. Oh, well, it does... I met...
It's gonna let me through, fine. That Trandon kid and that Sienna are the two end bosses you have to fight. Why? I don't remember. I don't think it really matters.
You. Now, I hope...
Thanks, you hope I die. Great, whatever. I guess maybe one of the reasons why I ended up being kind of disappointed with this game was that it wasn't what I had expected. Because, what the fuck? What is this thing? Sapping away my life. Weird penguin monster. The fuck? It wasn't what I was expecting. Maybe not because it's a particularly bad game, although it does have a number of negative aspects to it. Get this fucking thing off me. Oh, is that how you get it off? You whip around like an idiot. Okay. I was expecting it to be more like an open world game, because that's where I thought the like the next generation of games really should bring it. Something where, like, you could just pick a direction and go, kind of like Zelda, but in 3D. Yes, Ocarina of Time only maybe executed a little bit better with a more open world, because Ocarina of Time was sort of like a series of hubs that you go and you travel from one hub to another hub. Oh shit, I almost fell off the thing. I know how to break that, but I gotta find the save crystal. I'm still poisoned, despite the fact that the little monster isn't attached to me anymore. Okay. Okay, I guess this is how we level up. I have enough of that crap to go and level up my sword. I think I can get that fire attack now.
I am the only one. Is this okay?
Although I don't have enough to do the fire attacks, never mind. Yeah, the Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, had a kind of hub world that you play around in. But really you're not, you got a headband. And you would move from one hub to another hub in order to get around, and that was kind of like revolutionary for its time, but I was expecting everything to have gotten better. Instead, what I got here was a much more linear setup, and it was also not only that, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it was also very unstructured, so it was kind of the worst of two worlds, and this game was quite a disappointment to me. But it was the only game I had, so I could play it up quite a bit. I did eventually get Eternal Ring, the other kind of RPG game that launched with the PlayStation 2, and that was not any better. Hey, drawbridge. Oh great, the rope to... what the fuck? It's like an Indiana Jones trap. Oh. Don't die there, buddy.
How dare you enter here?
And you are? Oh, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. And you're dead. That was stupid. Yeah, fuck it.